up at Groamy's again this week to check out what's new. So how's it going, Groamy?
Oh, it's so busy. So busy. And also, got to remind you, Whip, apologize for not getting what's new last week. We shot the season wrap-up for the Groamy show. Courtesy of ZTO TV. Be sure and like them. Yeah. And so we've got a lot of stuff to get to because we got last week's, which is new. It's still new, you know. And then I get hit with a lot of records this week for you, all you vinyl lovers. Really cool stuff. So we'll get right to it.
Yeah.
Let's get right to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
New
There's
releases.
a lot.
New releases. You know, and let's start off with something. There's been so much. I don't even remember what some of the stuff is. This might be a new release. I know it's new to vinyl, and it's an ultra limited dual colored vinyl deluxe edition of a Bjork release.
Wow.
That came out, and
cover.
And then Motorhead, they've got a new one out. God love Lemmy. Lemmy is God, and Lemmy's not doing real well though. Yeah, he's been sick at a couple shows. Cool cover.
It's great.
New one from Duran Duran. It's a cool cover. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And Ghost BC came back in on vinyl, and there's a brand new record on vinyl. Well, actually, it's a reissue of an old brand new. So it's a brand new of an old brand new. This band. First time someone came in to ask me about brand new. Said, do you have any brand new CDs? I'm like, yeah, I got brand new CDs. I've got used CDs because I wasn't familiar with the band yet. And I'm thinking, what the hell?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So thank you, brand new, for confusing us old guys. You know. Slayer. Do not cross Slayer.
Yeah.
Slayer's got a new one out. And most of these ones that I'm showing you on vinyl, they're on CD too. It's just the vinyl, it's a cooler, bigger picture. Like, hey, there's another copy of Duran Duran, right? Wednesday 13.
Yay.
New one. Lana Del Rey.
Oh, yeah.
Love Lana Del Rey.
I do too.
This one's for you, Cal. Got you Lana Del Rey.
Right.
And this one's on colored vinyl. It's a 2-record set. And, you know, she's really cool because she's also got a potty mouth, like girls that can say dirty words with conviction. There's a new Circa Waves. A lot of the young kids like Circa Waves. And Plain White Tees have a...
Yay, I like them.
It's something that finally came out on record, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. There's a new Lucero available on record and on CD. And the record, with like a lot of them, comes with a digital download. They're even reissuing old stuff, like they've been doing for a while.
Yay, and I love that.
D.B. King, Live at the Regal.
Yay.
Yes, this came out originally in 1960-something. I don't know. Brain's starting to, this came out a little while ago.
Wow.
Got it back in. It's the Replacements, their first 4 albums on vinyl in a box set. The Replacements, one of America's greatest rock and roll bands that you may or may not have heard of. I'm betting not. The new Fiddler, Atreyu. Atreyu has a new one. Where'd they get their name? Where'd they get their name? Where'd they get their name? It's some movie. It's
oh no, you're saying Never-Ending Story.
Never-Ending Story.
Yeah, I thought you were like, making fun, but I know.
I get it confused. Like I said, reissuing old stuff. Sinead O'Connor.
Yay!
I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got. This is the one that had the big hit on it. The Prince written song. God. The big hit, the huge hit. Nothing compares to you.
Why am I filling in your place today?
Because there's just so much information up here. It's falling out. Some of it's sticking,
I know, that's funny.
And for those of you that may or may not get this joke, Sinead O'Connor, and I can't tear it in half. So we're stuck with it. Remember when she was on Saturday Night Live?
No.
Probably before you were born.
Yeah, I might have been.
A kid. She was on Saturday Night Live years ago, and she's always been a controversial little bundle of joy. And she performed on Saturday Night Live, and she's been banned from. She's one of the few artists that were lifetime banned from Saturday Night Live. Because after she was done with her song, it was an a cappella song. She's got a beautiful voice. I love Sinead O'Connor. And what she did I thought was kind of cool, because then she looked right at the camera, and she said, "Fight the real power," and held up a picture of the then Pope of the Catholic Church and tore it in half.
Dude, you have that on DVD? You have so much Saturday Night.
I don't think it has.
So much
they won't put it on a
Saturday
Saturday Night Live DVD. No,
she's just done.
Oh my God, she got so much crap for that.
Probably YouTube.
Yes, it's probably on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the ZTO shows are on YouTube. Be sure and tune us in. Like the pages. There's new Battles. See, nice segue. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
You're only here to help.
Yeah.
Here's new Front Bottoms out. David Gilmour from Pink Floyd.
Yay.
He's got a new one out, and that's the record. And it is available on CD, of course. Bam. And there's a box set of it. There's a box set. It's a 2-disc set. It's got the CD and the DVD, unreleased tracks, 5.1 audio, surround sound, and just a whole bunch of extra goodies in it. And it's also on Blu-ray too. Speaking of on Blu-ray, limited edition Blu-ray DVDs, I showed you the Slayer just a second ago. The Slayer, you know, they did something brilliant, and it was, I mean, I think price-wise,
Right.
Pricing level. Here at Groamy's, I don't like to mention prices. You guys know that I'm cheap, so well, you guys know that I sell CDs inexpensive.
Yes.
Yes. You ladies know that
He's
I'm
like,
cheap.
I'm
for
cheap.
Yeah, exactly. But the new Slayer, $12.99 for the CD. Okay.
Yeah.
Also comes with a CD DVD combo, and the DVD, it's not just 2 songs. It's not just a hour-long concert with it, plus a 45-minute documentary making of the album.
Dang. I love when they do the little bundles like that.
It is. It's great.
So
But
cool.
usually when it's that much, they'll bump up the price. No, $12.99 for the CD, $16.99 for the CD DVD combo,
Nice.
$19.99 for the CD and Blu-ray combo.
Wow.
Less than $20, you get a CD and a Blu-ray concert.
Hell yeah. That's reasonable.
Whether you believe it or not, God loves Slayer. Even in all their evil glory.
Right.
And then, gosh, so much. We're going to hit some more new releases before I get to this 10 crates of records that I got in.
I mean,
10 crates.
it's
10 crates. That's why we're shooting in the back of the store, by the way.
I mean, it's just all over.
And so,
It's crazy.
you like vinyl? You got to sit through another minute or two of new releases.
Yeah.
And let's see. What else? There's David Gilmour. Lana Del Rey on CD. Five Finger Death Punch came in. Chris Cornell. Did we mention that last week? You know what? We're going to mention it again. There's a new Chris Cornell from Soundgarden. He's got a new solo album out. Came out of nowhere. Black Dahlia Murder. They've got a new one out. And the Atreyu on CD as well on LP. They got their name from some movie. I forget what it was. Okay. What was it?
Never-ending story.
There you go. She's
filling in the
not
blanks.
just a pretty face.
He is
There's
smart.
there's a new Shine Down. There's a new Operation Mindcrime, which is Jeff Tate from Queensryche. There's a big Queensryche falling out. Oh, it's my name. It's my band. Oh, I'm part of it. I'm the soul. So
Right.
the Jeff Tate part is called Operation Mindcrime, which was, of course, you may know, was the biggest Queensryche selling album, I think. Anyway,
Okay.
also new this week, new John Mayall, legendary blues guy. I always jokingly tell people that if it wasn't for John Mayall, Eric Clapton would probably be selling chips in a fry shop or in a fish store in England. It's where Eric Clapton got his start. John Mayall, still making records, still making great records.
Nice.
Gary Clark Jr., new blues prodigy. He's got a new one out. Jimi Hendrix. This past week was the anniversary of his death, and they released the complete Atlanta Pop Festival on CD. Taste. Power trio, blues rock out of England, cult following, really good. Furious 7 on DVD. Jeff Lynne from ELO, DVD. Love and Mercy. It's the story of Brian Wilson. That came out on DVD recently. The Bill Hicks collection. I don't know if we mentioned it before.
No,
I don't think we
didn't.
did, and even if we did, we should mention it again.
Yeah,
Because
that's
there's a Bill
awesome.
Hicks box set that came out. 12 CDs, 6 DVDs. Yeah, it's like the and unreleased stuff.
Photo book, is that what it says? Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's great. And then there's also one other new release that I've got to mention and it just came out of the blue. I didn't hear anything about it, and I think they wanted to keep it on the DL, but there's a new Prince album out, and I'm a big Prince fan.
Yeah,
I'm a big
yeah.
Prince fan, and God damn, this just knocks it out of the park. This is yet another great album. Some people say, "Oh, you haven't liked Prince since the '80s." Well, you'll like this,
Yeah.
or maybe you just haven't heard Prince since the '80s. But badass. So anyway, on to the records.
So many.
So many records.
So many.
Got 10 crates in, and
I mean-
there was so much cool stuff. There's so much cool stuff that I don't normally see. For example, Billie Holiday records. I never see Billie Holiday records. It's in beautiful condition too. I mean, this thing, it's even still got the shrink wrap on it. And just the condition of it's amazing. There's a Frank Sinatra that came in. And hey, look,
Yay.
not one Billie Holiday record, but 2 Billie Holiday records. Oh wait, not 2 Billie Holiday records, but 3 Billie Holiday records came in this week. Love her, love her, love her. She's awesome. And here's just a couple of Doors records that came in also. Don't see them that often.
Oh,
and
wow.
Exactly, yes.
What
And,
is this?
And
What's that?
What's that? Well, I was going to get to that. And when I
Yeah.
get tons of records. And actually the records I got in was from a, I've been doing this 30 years, and he's from it was an old school customer that, passed away 10 years ago, and the kids finally decided to get rid of their stuff. And I know his stuff, I know what he bought, I know, he took pretty good care. Took really good care of the vinyl. Now the covers in some cases are in okay condition. Luckily, this cover's in pretty good condition because you don't normally see this a lot. A lot of Alice Cooper fans around here.
Yeah.
Look, it's a copy of Muscle of Love, and in the cardboard
amazing.
mailer that originally came in.
That's great.
And I'm going to be wheeling in and out of the shot. You're welcome. But before we get there, Beatles records, Sgt. Pepper, Atomic Rooster. Well, I don't want to say legend. Well, they are legendary. They had I'm trying to think. The connection was with this particular one has Carl Palmer on it from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Drummers, if they know drums, they know Carl Palmer. But band called Atomic Rooster. Ooh, we'll let you gaze in on that for a second. Lots of Atomic Rooster records, which I never see. And then, you know what? I'm thinking the Atomic Rooster might have had one of the guys from this band in here. You know how much I like Lemon Sky. Lemon Sky, band out of Cincinnati. They've played up here before. And first time I saw them, the reason I went and saw them was because on their Facebook page they listed influences. If you're into 70s bands, like Bad Company, Led Zeppelin, that sort of thing, their influence was Captain Beyond. You ever heard of Captain Beyond? Exactly, random. Great band from the 70s. And the reason I mention Lemon Sky is because their biggest influence is Captain Beyond. And if they see this, which they probably should, they're probably going to get a hold of me as soon as this airs, because a few of the guys in the band was looking for the first Captain Beyond album cover, or first Captain Beyond album, and it came in. Cool thing about this original cover, see the pretty,
Oh,
pretty 3D.
yeah.
I do this here, but I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah.
And
maybe.
yes. But, so the first Captain Beyond record came in with all this stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Second Captain Beyond record came in too. Oh, hey, look at that. There's the third Captain Beyond record. All came in. Eric Clapton is God. John Mayall, new release. Eric Clapton was also in a band called Cream. Cream records came in. Never see Cream records. There's another one that came in. Hey, look. There's more of Vincent Fournier, or as some of you people are more commonly referred to as Alice Cooper. There's Killer. There's School's Out. There's $1 Billion Babies. Alice Cooper fans.
Oh my
You like
goodness.
the vinyl? You know what?
Yeah.
Groamy's got it. I got what you need, baby. Oh, hey, look. Sorry. Another Cream record. Oh, and mixed. Hey, look. More of Alice Cooper.
Dang.
More of Alice Cooper. It's got to be driving Frank nuts. Look.
Oh, they're so
Some
pretty.
80s metal. Some 80s metal came in. Cinderella. Take that off. Plastic. Make it a little blurry.
Yeah.
There. Some 80s metal. Hair bands, whatever you want to call it. This. Never see.
What?
I know. Band out of the Cleveland area. Dead Boys.
I don't know if I've ever seen that in here.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Not the only one Dead Boys album came in, but 2 Dead Boys albums came in. And it goes on. And I'm not done. You got a minute,
Yeah.
right? You got a minute.
Yeah.
You have a minute. You better make a minute.
I hope, yeah.
Deep
make
Purple
one.
records. I think the whole entire Deep Purple catalog came in. And it was, like I said, it's kind of crazy. And there's a stack back here. I gotta show you. Almost fell on my chair. More records. Jethro Tull. Almost the entire catalog of Jethro Tull. Just over here. Golden Earring.
Yay.
Never see Golden Earring records.
Not that album
British
anyway.
band.
Usually
Great
see
band.
Radar Love in here, but not that album.
Well, this is actually,
Is that
no,
a-
this is the one for Radar
Is
Love.
that?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
And more Golden Earring. This is the one of Twilight Zone. Canned Heat. Boogie Band, 70s. I think they were from the California area. They did an album years ago with John Lee Hooker called Hooker and Heat. Small Faces. Never see Small Faces albums. Got one in. Small Faces. Ron Wood. Rod Stewart. Wait, was Rod Stewart with him this time? They had a well, they never revolving door.
Can't fill in that blank.
Exactly. Yeah, Steve Marriott, Ronnie Lane, awesome stuff. Hey, look, even more Alice Cooper, Queen, more '80s metal. Iron Maiden. You always love the Iron Maiden covers.
Yeah.
You know, and another one of these. Hardly ever see it. Remember a couple weeks ago because remember I showed you about the and I was talking when I was talking about the cover, it's like the glossiness to it. And I showed this to her. She's like, "Oh, look, aren't they pretty? They're pretty.
Like Cinderella. They're just pretty. I mean,
hey, it's '80s hair bands. They all had to know that. Uriah Heep, tons of Uriah Heep for you. I mean, because I get a lot of kids in. They're looking for 70s rock, and they're more than welcome to check out some of the obscure, the not quite as popular 80s rock. So, or I mean, sorry, 70s classic rock. Well, there's a band called Uriah Heep that, as you can tell, did a lot of freaking albums.
Yeah.
Got most of them here. Kids, want to come in, listen to some Uriah Heep? Feel free. Hang out at the record store. Not a better place. This one. And I think on the last episode, I think I even mentioned, and we never see Neil Young records come in. So not only was there one, there was two, there was three. Well, you know what? These aren't going to last, boys and girls.
Yeah.
There's another Neil Young Harvest, a classic one.
I mean, some of these I feel like you have all their albums.
Yeah.
He was a very avid collector.
He was a completist.
Yeah.
Definitely was a completist.
Definitely.
And if you like Neil Young,
I mean,
yeah, they keep going.
I know.
Going. And there's another one.
Oh, I like that
and
cover.
then American Stars and
that.
Bars. And On the Beat. Oh wait, this one didn't come in. It did, but someone claimed it already. Okay, all right. 80s hair bands. The guy liked 80s stuff. Wasp Blind in Texas. Wasp Last Command. Wasp Animal.
Man.
Quick story? I don't have quick stories. You guys know I don't do quick stories.
He doesn't do quick stories.
Quick story. Gonna make it real quick. When I started working at Mind Dust years ago, this particular song here, it's Wasp Animal, and it's F Like a Beast is the name of the song. Okay, fuck like a beast. First Saturday, I'm working by myself at Mind Dust with a guy that was working before me, and it must have been family day at Mind Dust Music. Because there's families in, right? And this had just come out. So this would have been, 85 or so. And the guy that he went to lunch, but before he goes to lunch, he puts on this Wasp album. I'm not familiar with him yet. And it's freaking rocking. It's great. I mean, if you like Wasp, and like I said, family day at Mind Us. There's a few families in there. And this particular song, right in the middle, the music drops out and Blackie Lawless screams out, pardon my, parental advisory. Okay, okay. Music drops out and Blackie Lawless just screams out, "I fuck like a beast!" Families turning heads and shit. I'm thinking, oh my God, well, welcome to an independent record store, boys and girls, where sometimes you'll have that.
You never know what you hear.
Anyway, White Witch, a band on Capricorn Records, they had, a little bit of a following, but people always look, hey look, more of that guy that we hardly ever see.
Oh my gosh.
80s hair bands, and even obscure 80s hair bands. Witchfinder General. Yeah, exactly.
That's so random.
And these bands will have like really good followings on the interweb, but I don't want to sell these on the interweb. I want to sell them to the fine folks that come in to pick them up. And then there's Witchkiller and Wrathchild. I think they were Wrathchild America.
Gosh, they're pretty
but
too.
You gotta
Jeez, I mean, you guys gotta see. They are super pretty.
They owned a lot of stock in Aquanet. Yes. How do you get your hair that high? Besides,
wow.
And other obscure 80s bands.
Yay!
With that coming up, there's Halloween. Another Halloween. Another Halloween. If you like Sammy Hagar, there's just one. It's one of his earlier ones, but I'm thinking there were 13 Sammy Hagar albums that came in. You can get them all here. Guns N' Roses. You may have heard of that band before. Grim Reaper, another 80s band. And not one, not two, but 3 Grim Reaper albums.
Many.
I want to let them know. I want the people to know. So we're going to run a little long here, boys and girls, probably.
Yep.
Dust, Heart Attack. I never see that. Bob Dylan records.
Oh my
not
gosh.
1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not even 4, but 5 Bob Dylan records, and they're in really good shape. They're in really good shape. Hard stuff. Bit of a classical, bit of a sought after record. I'm thinking John Ducan was in Iron Butterfly. I'm sure my older customers will let me know, but I'm not just going to lay that anywhere because that's a bit of a collector's item there. Bunch of Hawkwind records. Hawkwind's claim to fame for most people is it's Lemmy's band. Yeah, Lemmy was in there, which I do have the album that Lemmy was on. I think he was on just a couple, but progressive rock British stuff. And then, oh look, hey, there's some Hendrix records I can see from here, and then there's Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Foghat and Roy Gallagher and all kinds of all those other. Hey, look, more Doors records.
Doors.
It was, there was just so many that I couldn't say no, because these are all stuff that people's looking for.
You said he was quite the completist.
Yes. Yes. Def Leppard, and even that one, which I don't see that often, Hysteria. And then there's some Rolling Stones records. There's Mother's Invention. Weasels Rip My Flesh. I don't see a lot of Zappa come in.
Yeah.
And they usually don't last, boys and girls. Hey, there's Motorhead. Hey, there's another Motorhead. Hey, there's those pretty boys again. There's some more pretties. Motley Crue. And then even, like I said, obscure 80s hair bands. Nasty Savage.
Huh.
I've got to do my research on this one, because this one even slipped past me. It's produced by Brian Slagle. That's cool. Legendary producer from back in the day. Oz. Obscure 80s hair bands. Overkill. Obsession. I love this cover.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if we can get this. But it's a cool cover from Obsession.
Yeah.
I think that was their... I don't even want to venture a guess. Ozzy Records. Pile Driver.
Here we go.
Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. A lot of Floyd fans out there. These never last. There's only a handful that they currently make, that are currently being made. And Saucer Full of Secrets. And I don't know if you're catching the glare off of that. The reason there's a glare on that, because the damn thing's still sealed. Saucer Full of Secrets.
Brand new.
Yes.
Wow.
And I know these aren't going to last. I know these records aren't going to last. Because I also got a beautiful import copy of Pink Floyd, Piper at the Gates of Dawn.
I don't think that's going to be
and
here
like
when
I
you
said,
get here, because I
these
think
aren't
that's
gonna
going
last.
with me.
right. When I was pointing this stuff out to her earlier.
Yeah.
These aren't going to last. So,
Yeah.
so we're going to put
That's
that one
definitely my favorite Pink Floyd album.
And I'm even getting in, now this particular next one didn't come from this same batch, but I'm even getting some of the reissues in used. Someone brought back a copy of the Black Album. So there's a used one on vinyl. Bunch of AC/DC, tons of AC/DC. Matter of fact, this one, I don't know what to do with it, because the condition of it's pretty lame, but this is the Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap album, and they're one of those bands that when they were released here in the United States, I don't have Dirty Deeds, they changed the cover, they changed the track listing. But this is the original cover for AC/DC Dirty Deeds on Albert Records out of Australia. It's a little rough, so I don't know. We'll figure out what we're going to do with that. Almost the entire Black Sabbath catalog's here. And it might, well, at least the first 10. This one. Called one of the loudest bands ever when this came out. Some people say this is where heavy metal started. Blue Cheer. Never see. David Bowie. Never see Bowie records. Copy of Diamond Dogs. No testicles on the back though. So not that collectible. Lizzie Borden. More 80s metal. Lizzie Borden. The Metallica record I showed you. You Metallica fans, you might know of, the Prince and Bread Fan were originally done by a band called Budgie. They were fans of Budgie. Budgie's 70s British, new wave of British heavy metal stuff. Bunch of Budgie records came in. bunch. That's just 2 of them. There's a whole bunch more under here. I'm getting buried in the crap. Come in and buy some stuff. Led Zeppelin. They've gone through and reissued a lot of these lately, but these are, in most cases, original pressings, if not second pressings. There's presents, and these are in beautiful condition, by the way.
Wow, yeah.
Led Zeppelin 1, Led Zeppelin 3 with the spinny thing, Led Zeppelin 2, Led Zeppelin 4, Symbols, Ruins, Zozo, whatever you want to call it. The one with Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin House of the Holy, Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti. 80s hair band. Speaking of Led Zeppelin, this is a band that came out in the 80s called Kingdom Come. When they had a song called Get It On. Honestly, I like this band, but they should have been sued by Led Zeppelin because people thought it was Led Zeppelin. It sounded that much like it.
Wow.
King Crimson.
Oh,
yeah. You've heard of, yeah, exactly.
The art.
Yes. And the art's great.
That's wonderful.
Never see this stuff come in, so you know it's not going to last. Hey, look, another 80s metal band, Killer Dwarfs. This one I wanted to show you because not a lot of people, even old like me, are familiar with this album. It's the first Doobie Brothers album. And it was out of print forever. I don't even think they make it now, but it's before they got all the big hits and before Michael McDonald joined, and hell, 2 of these guys aren't even in the band anymore. That came in along with a bunch of other Doobie Brothers, which, a lot of common stuff came in with this, and that's not what I'm showing you. 10 crates. 10 crates.
I mean, there's so much here. That's just to pick these out was probably difficult.
Exactly. Well,
just to go through.
Oh, look at all Todd Rundgren records. Never see Todd Rundgren records.
Yeah, there's
see,
so much
I wanna
here.
Maybe we'll mention some of this other stuff next week too. So be sure and tune in. This came in. Kiss the Originals. It's the first 3 albums. And it's in a little rough condition.
It is a little rough.
But the thing that you never see that comes with it is the book that came with it originally. Little history of Kiss and that sort of thing. And I know there's a lot of Kiss fans. Book's in decent shape. The Kiss Army sticker that originally came with it. It's missing the border. Whoever had it peeled that off. But this is really nice because these originally came with it, and they're uncut. They're still on the sheet. They're Kiss Army cards.
Yeah.
Yes.
I cannot believe this is still in there. Isn't that amazing?
Gene Simmons was the vampire, and he height to the top of his hair 8'3", and length of his tongue, and they're like baseball trading cards.
Right.
That sort of thing.
And I mean, in excellent condition, and I can't believe no kids, cut
Oh,
those out.
When I was young, I mean, I did. I did all the goodies that ever came with Kiss records. The stickers were on my book bag or on my books. The posters were on the wall. Everything. Which reminds me, we'll talk about it next. Got in some other Kiss records too, with posters and inserts and that sort of thing.
Nice.
If you like Kiss.
Now, this week, no WTF.
No WTF.
No WTF.
No WTF.
No crazy, record porn.
I'm sure there's probably something in here, but nothing that jumps into mind. But I do want to talk about. It's a work in progress. You've been in my museum, Lima Local Music Museum. Because I've been doing this forever, so I've saved stuff from forever ago. And so, maybe we'll spotlight one a week or something. I don't know. If there's not a WTF moment, we'll have and this week came in on, for the Lima History Museum. But this came in, which is actually a fairly sought-after record, too. Band Brownsville Station. They played at Square Fair 2-3 years ago. But the reason this has a song, Martian Boogie, which was a big hit. And the reason this would go into the local museum is because Henry H. Baumweck, the drummer for this band, is from Van Wert. And I think he lived here in Lima, but when his band, Ohio Power, practiced here in town, they practiced at the bass player's mother's house, which is down, the house is torn down now, but it's down on Market Street, across from St. Rita's, or is that Elm? Wherever Dr. Gerard's center is, it's down there, but down there by St. Rita's. But that's where they practice, so it definitely has a Lima connection. The other thing about this is one time when I talked to Henry, oh God, I don't know, say 7 years ago, he called and chit-chatting. Nice guy, nicest guy. Hey Henry, if you see this. But on the phone with him for like an hour, and he was doing most of the talking. Yeah, I know.
Talking you, good grief. That's challenging for me, and I don't shut the fuck up.
Exactly. But and he was even on his birthday. Spends an hour talking to me. He never talked to me before. But while I had him on the phone, I wanted to ask him about this particular song on this album called Martian Boogie. And in this song, they're a boogie band. They're just a boogie rock band. They Smoking in the Boys' Room that Motley Crue covered. They're the ones that originally did that. It's not on this album, but this also belongs in the Lima Local Music Museum because in the song Martian Boogie, they talk about stopping at a greasy place. Let's see, at a greasy place I always eat at called Eat. And it's sit and gulp. Get you one of them greasy hamburgers all peppered up, lay you up in the hospital for 10 days.
Yeah.
For years down by Cridersville, I don't know, it's not there. They had this huge sign that was way up in the sky. I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah.
Said Eat.
Yeah.
And being the fact that he's from this area, so I asked him, it's like, Henry, was that song written about that place? Exactly. And I'll tell the whole story. I could cut out part of it, but he said, Groamy, we were on the road so much that it could have been written about anywhere, but you know what? No, we're going to say it was written about that place. So it definitely belongs in the Lima Local Music Museum.
Absolutely.
Fan word, practice here in town, songs written about
nice.
Because they pass up all the greasy hamburger joints on Hamburger Row and stop at a little place we eat at called Eat.
Huh.
So, yes, anyway.
We'll have to make a venture into the little Lima Museum.
One of these times, yes, we'll take you over there. Yes,
cool.
And good God, thank you for watching, by the way.
Yes, oh my goodness. We just went through so much stuff.
I know.
But it's just, it's hard to choose. What do you leave out? What do you show? So you got to come in, check it out. 10 crates of just awesomeness.
Yes.
Really.
And there's so many people that buy vinyl, I wanted to let them know, because some of this stuff isn't going to last.
Yeah.
So, I'll probably get a call as soon as this post from several people, or you'd always just stop in, because I didn't even hit everything.
Yeah.
Didn't even hit everything. 10 crates. And I just showed you a bunch of really cool stuff. So, needless to say, I got to get back to work. Thank you for coming in. And
yes,
thanks for coming in again. And thanks to everybody at ZTO for throwing this together. Thank you, Frank. You do a great job. And, thank you for watching. Somebody needs a drink, even if it's just water. Thanks for watching. I'm Groamy. I'm only here to help.